Organization resources are an important part of the operations management process. They are used to direct and control all activities related to production, distribution, marketing, sales, and service. The goal is to have a well-organized business that can meet customer needs in a timely manner while maintaining profitability. This is one of the 16 principles of operations management defined by Dr. Richard Schonberger. Operations management is concerned with the business operations that are relating to manufacturing, production, or the provision of services. The operations management covers all activities in the production and manufacturing departments, including planning, organizing, and monitoring. Operations management is delivery-orientated management. It ensures that the firm is generating the greatest possible earnings while doing so. The material input into operations is not just seen as raw stuff, but also includes all data such as equipment, technology, human resources, and so on. Explain what is meant by organization resources. This is where a firm establishes priorities by arranging resources in such a manner that operations are close to customer usage or demand. Usage rate, also known as cost of use, is a company resource that is used to direct and control activities related to production, distribution, marketing, sales, and service. It's at organization resources where a business determines priorities by arranging resources in such a way that operations are close to customer usage or demand. Organizations rely on organizational resources to help them organize and control all operations related to manufacturing, distribution, marketing, sales, and service. The objective of organization tools is for a well-managed business that can fulfill customer demands in a timely manner while still turning a profit. These ideas are used as operating management tactics by organizations. Who is Dr. Richard Schonberger? Dr. Richard Schonberger is a management expert who started out at the University of Rochester in the late 1960s. He then earned his PhD from Stanford University. He worked for Lockheed Corporation and Boeing Company before joining operations consulting firm known as the Boston Consulting Group, BCG. He was one of the founders of BCG's Center for Strategic Leadership. He has written several books, including The Organization Man and Thriving on Chaos. Richard Schonberger's 16 Principles of Operations Management is essential since it aids the development of operations. It accomplishes this by examining the organization and dividing it into several categories: organization resources, organization strategy, organization structure, organization culture, and organization behavior. The aim of the business is to create a positive and supportive working culture for employees. It also uses a methodical approach to handle the organization in the most efficient way possible, including building customer service and stakeholder relationships, as well as providing exceptional service. How can you fulfill customer demands in a timely manner? When you meet customer demands on time, it shows that they are willing to wait for their purchase for a long time. Being in this scenario is aggravating. Therefore, you want to make sure that your customer receives what they desire promptly when they need it. This might be done by increasing your manufacturing capacity. It's critical to have a handle on everything from the ground up. This includes expanding facilities and recruiting more people, as well as putting enough money down in R&D to ensure that all of these transformations are successful. Types of resources. A business's resources can be broken down into several different kinds. Some of the most commonly used include labor. Almost every business requires human labor to get through a workday. Labor includes all of the people who work for you and the jobs that they do. Management. Many enterprises would fail if they were left to their own devices. This is why managerial talents and execution are so critical for businesses. Expertise. To truly assist a firm succeed, Labour and management must be carried out with skill. It's critical to have a good understanding of your field and the methods that help you flourish. Equipment. Many organizations need special equipment, specialized software, or a machine built to do a certain function to get their job done. Finances. Finances enable a company to utilize many of its other resources. This might include, for example, the payment of salaries, the purchase of equipment, or the leasing of a workplace. Energy. It's increasingly difficult to run a business in the 21st century without relying on energy, whether it's gasoline for a fleet of trucks or electricity to keep an office full of computers running. Land. Soil is a non-renewable resource that does not have to be created. It may be refined to meet the demands of any particular firm. Time. Because no business may accomplish its goals immediately. Time must be considered a resource. Time is frequently taken into account with resources like labour, energy and land, since the cost of time is measured in terms of another resource. Resources are created through money. If you spend cash, you can in effect obtain a resource right away. For example, a mobile phone is a resource because you can acquire it immediately. A printer is a resource since you may buy one and have it delivered to your office. As mobile phones have become ubiquitous, they have joined the automated production line, which has subsequently reduced time spent by man manufacturing. Machines, on the other hand, will be useless without men and materials. They must be driven by a person and given supplies. That, without a doubt, is another indisputable truth. Without money, no project or company can motivate employees, acquire high-quality resources, obtain suitable equipment, maintain it, or even ensure that time is well managed. When poorly planned, money management has been the most recognizable factor in the failure of businesses throughout history. The amount and quality of money spent in operations has a direct influence on their long-term success. Account specialists have been revolutionaries throughout history by human beings to ensure that running businesses thrive. When there isn't enough money, skilled staff, supplies, or equipment available, no good workers, materials, or machines can be hired. To summarize, such an operation would be wasting its time from the outset. In summary, organization resources are an important part of operations management because they allow for the organization to be more efficient and streamline their production. Let us know your thoughts on how important organization resources are to companies in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more weekly videos.